of sports.
Yeah, we're back.
No BS. We're back.
That's why.
All
Why
right.
are we here, Noah?
We're drafting receivers.
Receivers.
We're not
Fantasy
actually
football.
drafting. We're helping you. We're giving you the knowledge on the chalkboard.
Yeah, we're gonna tell you what we think: best value, worst value, trash, good, wide receivers. That's it. That's what we're gonna do.
All right, start us off.
All right,
Who's your best value receiver? Who you taking?
Justin Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson. Why?
He's a first-round guy, and if you can get him, you should. He's elite. He's that guy that's gonna get you 30+ a week. Why wouldn't you take him?
Because of their quarterback situation. Personally,
I love him.
you love.
Wanna
Kirk
know
Cousins?
why?
Why?
Because
Why do
he
you?
gets the job done. He's not bad.
Barely.
He's not great. He's not. Don't yell. He's not great.
Sorry, I yelled into the
He's
mic.
good, and that's all you have to do.
Barely.
All you have to do is be good.
Barely.
He gets him the ball. Justin Jefferson does all the work.
If he was on a different team like the Packers, that'd be cool. But he's not. He's on the Vikings. So
All right.
therefore, my pick,
Your pick.
who I think is going to be good,
Mm-hmm.
I have two.
Okay.
Tyreek Hill and Jamar Chase. Tyreek Hill, I think him and Tua, I'm believing the hype that he's bringing to the table. I'm going Tyreek Hill.
I'll disagree.
I think Tua is going to pass him the ball.
I think he's gonna do that too.
Yep. But he's going to pass him the ball pretty good, though. You know what I'm saying? It's
yeah,
gonna be
he'll
like-
be his favorite target.
Well,
I-
I'd hope he'd be his favorite target, but he might not be his favorite target. Like maybe they don't go to Applebee's after practice, but he might be their favorite target. Like he might
Move on to your other guy.
you get what I'm saying though.
I get what you're saying.
He might go to Applebee's with
Like maybe they're not super close.
maybe they're not friends, but maybe passing on the field.
Move on to the next.
It's a chemistry thing.
I agree.
All right, Jamar Chase, obvious choice.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow, him. I mean, I don't even have to argue that. He clearly gets the job done coming into his second year like that.
He does more than get the job done.
Yeah, he's a beast.
I mean,
And Joe Burrow said he wanted Jamar Chase. He got him, and look what they accomplished.
they got to the Super Bowl.
They got to the Super Bowl.
Here's the thing with wide receivers. There's so many of them.
So many.
It's deciding when to take the ones that you view as
Mhm.
elite that'll get you
Over
those
running
crazy points.
backs, quarterbacks.
Because in those first two rounds, you're basically deciding am I going to have two really good running backs, a really good running back and a quarterback, or whatever you're doing. If you're doing the two wide
Depends
receiver
on
thing,
how your league's formatted.
it's hard to choose. But I mean, those guys are going first round. Some
Yeah.
guys that are going close to them, like Stephon Diggs, Devontae Adams is still a great
Mhm.
talent that you can pick up too.
But he's going to go high in your drafts.
Yep. So it's
Depends if you want to go receiver heavy. Personally, I'm not going receiver. If I have the top 3 pick, I'm not going Devontae Adams.
I would go running back if I was top three.
You got to go running back.
But
There's
if
just not enough running backs. And
honestly, I can say that if I was number 3 and Jonathan Taylor was gone, and I don't know whatever other elite running back you view, I mean, I would still feel confident in drafting Justin Jefferson because I think he's
At
that
3?
good. At 3,
wow.
he's that good to me.
I'm not taking if I have a top 5 pick, I'm not going receiver.
Good for you.
That's
You're missing out. It's a fun time. All right, let's move on to someone that you want to avoid.
receiver wise.
Receiver-wise, who are you avoiding?
Ooh,
I can tell you one that I'm avoiding.
go ahead.
Amari Cooper. Want to know why?
Oh,
Because
you
he's on the
don't
Browns.
like him.
No, it's not because I don't like him. I like Amari Cooper. He's just in a bad situation
Yeah,
where
that is
he
a
doesn't
tough
have the starting
situation.
quarterback. So, with that said, I'm going to avoid him this year because he's still a high-end talent that gets taken in those upper rounds. And I
Mhm.
don't feel like wasting one of my elite picks on a guy that's probably not going to get the workload that he deserves. Enough said.
I am going to avoid taking Odell Beckham this year.
All right.
Sorry,
I agree.
was
He's
that
not on,
funny. Is
well,
that funny?
he's not on a team, so I agree.
And he's hurt.
Yeah. He's-
Well,
Okay, who are you, for real? Who are you not? Who are you avoiding?
Mike Williams.
Okay. Why?
Why you
Because that's
go?
because that's an
Ooh,
interesting one.
Pot of boiling water. Ooh,
I disagree.
ooh,
Tell me why.
the tea is on the kettle.
Tell me why.
Ooh. Ooh.
Why are you avoiding him?
I'm from the standpoint of I'm not drafting Mike Williams in the first 3 rounds.
Third round, I would draft him.
I don't think I would take him in the 3rd round. I just think he's getting old. I just don't.
That's all you got? I mean, I'll throw some shit at you.
I just don't think that he's going to live up to his production that he's had previously.
I think he's going to do better. I mean, another year, Justin Herbert's in the system, and I think it's going to be a better year for Mike Williams. I think his production goes up. I think he gets more touchdowns. I think he gets more receptions. I think he's going to be a top 10 wide receiver.
I just have a feeling.
Do you know how many weeks? I mean, I play in multiple fantasy football leagues. Do you know how many weeks I faced him? Because I didn't have him in any of my leagues last year. And regretted not having him because he's just a 30 bomb that shits on you every once in a while.
That's the thing, though. It's not consistent.
It's pretty consistent.
He wasn't consistent last year. Like, he put up the points, but it was hit or miss. He had a few weeks where it was like,
yeah,
bro, come on. Like,
if you think,
and those are games at the end of the season you need to win.
There are only a few teams that have those elite receivers that will get you like almost a guaranteed 25 plus a week. Like a Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Cooper Kupp, Devontae Adams.
I hear you.
But when you're in that third round,
I'm saying I agree. He's not that.
You're looking for a guy like Mike Williams. If Mike Williams is there in round 3, beginning or end, I would take him. And I have like a solid running back core already.
Yeah. But if he's there in the 4th round, that might be better.
All right. Well,
I'm still avoiding him. Just because I personally don't think. Nothing against the guy.
I mean, another guy I would avoid is DeAndre Hopkins for obvious reasons. He's suspended for 6 games plus, and coming back out of that, I mean, just doesn't seem worth it to me. But I mean, we can move on to someone that we think is going to be an absolute steal.
I got 2.
I have 1, but I could have a million because there's so many wide receivers in the NFL.
There's so many wide receivers that are out there that could be steals. So these guys aren't really steals. They're going to be guys that go in the late 3rd to 5th round.
Okay.
I'm saying DJ Moore and Jalen Waddle. DJ Moore had a great year last year. Now he's got a solid quarterback. And you saw how he played with Sam Darnold last year. If Baker Mayfield can step up his production, I think he could be a force to be reckoned with.
It'll be interesting to see because if Baker does well, like prime Baker, like with Browns made it to playoffs, great. If it's injury problems and can't get the ball certain places anymore, which you never know because his injury was pretty extensive, but if he does well, I agree.
And Jalen Waddle. Him and Tua have great connections. So
yep. I don't disagree there at all. I think he might even.
And I don't even think having Tyreek Hill there hurts that at all.
No, I think it helps open them up more. I mean, if they double Tyreek, Waddle's wide open.
Yep.
Someone I think is going to be a steal this year. I mean, he goes in those same rounds that you're talking about. Maybe, I don't want to say later. He's Michael Thomas.
Yeah.
He's been
weird. That's a risk, though.
He's been weird the last couple of years, but he's back, I swear. I swear he's back. Jameis Winston is a good quarterback.
I would take the chance.
I would take the chance on him if he's there 4th round, 5th round.
5th round. 5th round, I would definitely take the chance.
4th round and 3rd round are like no-go zones for him. But once that 5th, 6th round, if he's in the 6th, I'm taking him.
I don't think he's making it that far, though. I still think someone will end up.
But if he does, because you have to remember, like, Jarvis Landry's there too. So, I mean.
And there's a bunch of other, like, low-key receivers that.
There's a ton. Basically, with wide receiver, it's hard to go terribly wrong.
Yeah.
If you have those two solid receivers, and then from that point on, there could be so many dudes that just go off this year. There's one.
Gabe Davis, I think he's going to be a steal.
Yeah,
low key, he's not going to be talked about a lot in most leagues. Unfortunately, we're in Buffalo.
Not unfortunately. Fortunately, we're in Buffalo.
From a drafting Gabe Davis standpoint, unfortunately, we're in
so
Buffalo.
He'll go a little bit earlier.
So he'll go a little bit earlier just because he's a fan favorite. Another one that from Buffalo that I think is going to be good, that might not even get drafted in some leagues, Isaiah McKenzie.
I agree.
I think,
but that's just because we're in Buffalo.
But not even that though. I still think like he's definitely going to get included a lot more in the offense this year. So he's definitely going to be scoring touchdowns.
You know what I think he's going to be? I don't know if you remember it, but Ted Ginn Jr. with prime time Cam Newton was crazy because he was fast.
Yep.
I think Isaiah McKenzie could be that. That's
Yeah.
all. Another guy that I like a lot is Kadarius Toney. He falls in a lot of leagues, and he feels like the wide receiver one in New York. But also, you have to wonder about who's throwing him the ball, and yikes. But that's another thing. But I mean, overall, I don't know. I feel like it's hard to go wrong with wide receiver because there's so many of them. If yours isn't producing, trade, make a pickup, do something. Cause
Yeah, there's going to be so many guys you'll be able to get this year.
it's a pass-heavy league now.
Yep.
So
Yep.
it's a tight ends now. Best. Travis Kelce.
Travis Kelce.
But he's expensive.
Very expensive.
He's first, second round.
But
But
there's not many guys at that tight end spot, so you got to get them while they're hot.
it's true. If you want,
Darren Waller, Travis Kelce, those are your top two.
there's two ways of playing tight ends
Kyle
here.
Pitts might be in there in that little mix-up.
There's two ways of playing tight ends. There's you draft them in those early spots
Zach
through the
Ertz,
second
Kyler Murray, looking good.
and fifth round. Through the second and fifth round. And the guys that you're going to get are Travis Kelce, Mark Andrews, Kyle Pitts, Darren Waller, and George Kittle. Then there's a slight drop if you draft them like 5-6 with Goddard, Ertz, Gesicki. Knox should be up there if I'm being honest. But
Well, you say Knox should be up there, but the way that his training camp has been going says otherwise. The biggest thing with him is when he plays sometimes, I don't know, maybe he likes to cook and he just doesn't wipe the butter off his hands, and he does drop a lot of
he doesn't drop that
stupid
many.
balls.
You're
like-
terrible.
Dude, come on.
Nope.
Last season there was like I could literally remember
I can't remember
at least
one.
4 easy catches that he could have had touchdowns where
You're
it hit him
stupid.
in the hands and he dropped it.
Okay. You know what? We'll go how we normally do. Who's your best value?
Well, my favorite tight end that I've been taking every year is Mark Andrews.
Okay.
Absolute stud.
What round?
That's the thing. If you want Mark Andrews, you got to go 4th round,
Yeah.
3rd round even. He's going early just because he's in that top,
He's in that top tier.
tier. Kyle Pitts, I think, is in that range as well.
I think my best value tight end, who you can get, is probably TJ Hawkinson. You can probably get him 4th, 5th round.
Yeah,
He's
I
a
would say
really good
fifth, sixth
target.
even.
He's one of the guys there. He's
Uh-huh.
really good, and he'll get you points.
Yep.
He's not going to get you crazy points, but he'll get you enough points where you don't have to spend your pick in the first 3 rounds. I feel like he's a really good value guy that I'll probably draft in a couple leagues this year.
One other value guy that I think could be a really good steal. He's ranked super low, ACL tear last year. He's back healthy this year, and they do not have a lot of receivers. Robert Tonyan. Bobby.
Bob Tonyan.
Bobby.
I like it.
They don't have a lot of receivers. Aaron Rodgers really likes him. You could get him in after the 10th round, realistically.
Not that late.
I think that late.
All right. Well,
I think he'll still be there.
who are you going to avoid tight end wise? There's plenty of them.
Plenty of them to avoid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you who I'll avoid, and then you tell me.
I'm
yours.
avoiding.
All right.
I'm avoiding George. Well, I was just saying that because you're gonna hate. I'm avoiding George Kittle.
That's a terrible thing to say.
You didn't even.
He's a tight end's tight end. I just like him. Go ahead. I'll hear you out.
You'll hear me out.
There you go.
If you want George Kittle, you got to take him in the 1st round.
No, you don't. Have you ever played fantasy football?
Okay,
That's
12
a rude
team league.
comment.
12 team league.
12-team league. He's going in late 2nd round, early 3rd round. Still.
Okay, 1st round might have been reach. All right. I see
First
that.
round reach.
2nd round though, he's gone in the 2nd round.
I think that he's
He's
still
gone
in
in
the
the
3rd
second
round.
round.
I think he's still in the 3rd round.
All right. Okay, we'll put a bet on it, and we'll say in our league that he's going to be gone in the 2nd round. Early 2nd round.
Okay, deal.
Let's put a dollar amount undisclosed because we won't say it on camera. Your hands are cold.
9,000.
Your hands are really cold.
Well, we're in a basement.
No, we're not. We're in a studio.
Okay. Well, I can't wait till I send a picture of George Kittle in the 3rd round. Okay. Someone
Blech.
I am going to avoid, by all means necessary, is I'm gonna say David Njoku.
Okay.
Not because he's a bad tight end, but because he's a bad fantasy football tight end.
And on top of that, they don't have a quarterback.
Yep, and he's in Cleveland,
Percent.
and he blocks a lot.
Yeah.
And
He blocks like with his hands.
because
He's a
they're a
blocking
run
tight end.
He's a good blocking tight end. He's a run
And
heavy
they're going to be a run
offense.
heavy offense. Yep. Well, I didn't mean to copy you. I
You
was
did.
literally going to say the
I
same
know
thing.
you did though.
Well, it's because we're twins.
Oh yeah, sure.
I
I'm
just
gonna
got
avoid
I just
David
got the better
Njoku.
looks.
All right, overall, I mean,
Oh, how do you feel about Evan Ingram?
I hate him. Do you like him?
Well, I'm just saying he's on Jacksonville now, so
Oh, everything's changed. Maybe.
it is. That is everything's changing. He's on a different team.
Yeah, I mean, is it
So-
a better quarterback? Probably. Does he get the ball more?
Okay, who are you taking? Evan Ingram or Logan Thomas? Who would you rather take?
Logan Thomas.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
But
Do you want to try again?
the chance that he does good with Trevor Lawrence.
I mean,
It's
another.
an extra receiver out there for Trevor Lawrence. So.
I agree. Another guy that people forget about is Hayden Hurst. He's on the Cincinnati Bengals now with Joey Burrow, and he liked to throw to Uzoma, who's now gone. So I think Hayden Hurst could be something. He was in Atlanta for a while, but then he was behind the new guy, Kyle Pitts.
Yep.
So I think he could be a steal in the draft.
So I got a few steals I want to throw out there.
Throw him out.
CJ Usama,
Okay.
that's who you just said, right?
Yep.
With the Jets, I think he's going to be good this year.
As good as a Jet.
As
tight end
good
can
as
be.
a Jet tight end could be. We're talking tight ends. These tight ends we're talking about aren't going to
We're
give
talking
you
tight ends.
consistent points. Or I mean, they're going to give you points, but it's a chance that maybe they break out. And one of those guys, I take back what I just said. Maybe they break out. This guy that I'm about to say, he's not breaking out. He's
Okay.
old. Kyle Rudolph. Kyle
Okay.
Rudolph on Tampa. I think he'll go after 10.
I
It could be
agree.
worth it. I mean, he could.
Tampa Bay. I mean,
If
it's
you
him and
need a
Cameron
tight
Brate.
end, it could be.
It's him and Cameron Brate down there. So I mean, pick either one of them. You'll figure out who Tom Brady's new favorite is since Gronk is gone.
How do you feel about OJ Howard on the Bills?
I feel about him.
Would you draft him?
No,
Yeah, I agree.
he might be might be one of those free agency pickup guys though. Where
Yeah.
like, oh, he's been doing really well. Maybe
Yeah,
I'll pick him
yeah,
up. He's 10
yeah.
points a week because that's what
Yeah.
some tight end positions are
Yep.
for people. Sometimes it's just, God, I hope he gets 10 points
Yeah.
because a lot of the time they don't even get the touches,
Yeah.
which is why people spend an early pick on them. What are you doing?
Oh, I was doing magic.
It's whatever you think. What do you guys think? Who's your favorite? Who you think's best value, worst value? Freaking comment on the video and like it and share it and subscribe it.
Yeah. Subscribe. Definitely trying to get them subscribers
Get the
up
numbers
to
up.
1,000.
Up to 1,000. We're on the road to 500, I'll say this time. Last time I lowballed the shit out of it, I guess.
I
And,
would say 1,000 is
yeah.
lowballing it.
we're going for 500.
1,000.
There you go. Road to 500. Be a friend. Tell a friend.
Go Bills.
That's the video.